Gospel Central Online Radio presents Wake Up Lost Tribe Study Hall, affirming that Christ never takes revelation out, with your hosts, Elder Kalev and Prophetess Yashika, teaching the good news to all who are awake and pressing to live a kingdom lifestyle, worshiping the Most High God, Ahaya, Asha, Ahaya. We understand that the highest form of worship is studying. Prepare your heart, Bible, and spirit to be blessed from on high this Sabbath as we now enter praise and worship, immediately followed by this Sabbath study hall teaching.
1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicator, nor idolater, nor adulterer, nor the effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
My people fighting over territory. Brothers fighting over baby mamas. Sisters sleeping with everybody. But we swear they not out your thigh. 4 pregnancies with everybody. Smelling while doctors whipping the eggs like potato salad. That cannot be silent. Somebody got to say something. No more poker face. Some at the good and blood. Nah. Somebody got to say something. Incarceration not a badge of honor. Nah. Wonder why they saying good on you, but you get offended because they bag up on you. Talking about your family, but time is on the corner. You was straight trying to catch a vibe. Talking about your enemy, the real adversary, dropping guns in the attic, supplies in the attic. Now you got another mama, daddy in the attic, huh? We don't really care about each other. We don't really care. No. We don't really care. We out here shooting babies for corners. We don't even own nothing. No real estate, no property, nothing. My people fighting over territory. Brothers fighting over baby mamas. Sisters sleeping with everybody. But we swear they not out your thigh. 4 pregnancies with everybody. Smelling while doctors whipping the eggs like potato salad. That cannot be silent. Somebody got to say something. No more poker face. Some at the good and blood. Nah. Somebody got to say something. I'll say something. Truth hurts though. Truth is, sodomite agenda, Planned Parenthood, government assistance, anything negative, put it in the hood. Endo injection, give it to the hood. GMO foods, feed it to the hood. Wonder why everybody crazy. You wonder why everybody's crazy. We don't really care about each other. We don't really care. No. We don't really care. I'll start believing y'all when we stop killing each other dead in the streets, killing each other with words, and actually start uplifting one another. Turn to the Most High, turn to the Most High, turn to the Most High. Somebody else is turn to the Most High, turn to the Most High, turn to the Most High. Turn to the Most High, turn to the Most High, turn to the Most High. What we got to do, bro?
Turn to the Most High. 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 Yeah. Ain't nowhere left we can run. They killing us, we killing us because the Most High ain't feeling us. Reckless like a runaway train, tearing through the streets, army tank. Gotta turn to these prophecies instead of sweet smell they really stink. How we gon' fix it and we can't discuss it like pushing on the ignite button. Can't tell the children that Israel nothing. Truth hurts, but the truth heals. Even though the lies may feel great, them lies fake, but this truth real. Revelations 22 and 14 through 15. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. 15. For without a dog, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, All praises to the Most High God. Higher as a higher Ba'ashem Yeshaya. Walk. Turn to the Most High. Turn to the Most High. Turn to the Most High. All praises. I am Elder Kalev. This is Wake Up Lost Tribe Study Hall, and I have with me Prophetess Yashika.
Shalom.
Welcome, brothers and sisters, to another seventh-day teaching. Look, we're just coming off of Passover, and I'm still up there, prophets. I'm still feeling in tune with the Most High.
Always in tune with the Most High, but our celebration with the brothers and the sisters was phenomenal. So I understand. I'm still vibing and on a holy Waru walk high.
All right, and you can be like that, brother. So this is what we're saying. It's okay to be joyful and happy. You was just doing something that was obedient by your father. Your father called for you to walk in obedience by keeping his holy days. Not fake holidays, but holy days. So your spirit should be happy and joyful because of that. Look, we are in the last day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. The Feast of Unleavened Bread is a holy feast day as well, but it lasts for 7 days. It starts the night of Passover. Passover is just a 24-hour period. That's it. Passover night, that's it. Christ was crucified for our sins. Then the Feast of Unleavened Bread came in. Give us a quick example of what the Feast of Unleavened Bread means, prophetess.
A quick example. Okay. Well, I mean, certainly I'm sure most of our listeners...
I mean, because it's a twofold measure, right, prophetess?
Did you want to...
Yeah, come on.
You want to do it?
No problem.
Oh, okay. It's twofold. I don't know what fold you're talking about. I mean, I'm sure I can figure it out, but...
I mean, of course, it's a physical side to it and it's a spiritual side to it, right?
It basically is a commemoration of the duration of Passover, and no leavened bread is eaten.
No what bread?
No leavened bread. Leaven is yeast. So for those who are cooks out there or culinary experts, you understand that leaven is also what we consider yeast, and yeast makes the bread rise and be fluffy, or anything that you're using to rise. So like you said, it's a physical and spiritual. So when we look at and think about things rising, that's not our posture from the Most High. When we worship the Most High, we're always, if any posture should come quickly to your mind, it should be prostrate. That means flat, low, to the ground. So that is the really pretty much to make it blunt. No leaven is a spiritual representation of how we should actually live our lives, with no rise in it. No way are we standing on a podium trying to get attention. We're not trying to bring attention to ourselves, and we know that that's a bipolar opposite of what today's society says.
Got you, sister, So the prophet is bringing out, like, you know what? We got to watch that pride in our life. That pride causes us to rise up, right? And an honorable position that we should be in is humble, is to be prostrate. The brothers in the Bible is being prostrate a lot. A lot of them is kissing their feet, bowing, their heads is on the floor. That's an honorable position the Most High recognizes.
Something just came to mind when we think about our people and discovering that who we really are, and thinking about some of the atrocities that have been portrayed against us. Most often we can see it on YouTube, on television, in movies, or anything, that our people are flat to the ground with someone's knee in our back. But it's so interesting, though, when we think about unleavened, and that's being prostrate. So you're putting us flat on the ground in an aggressive manner, but actually, doesn't that give us more strength in the eyes of the Most High?
It does, probably. I like how you run that out. Hey, that's a position that's not new to us. The Most High's people was to be separate, to be a holy people. That's what holy means. To be separate, to be used according to the Most High's purpose. Okay? Look, today's title is a great title, but it has a lot to do with a great man. Okay? A man that wasn't respected in the so-called religious community for a while, until something happened to him. What's today's title, prophet?
Walking with Paul.
Walking with who?
Paul.
Walking with Paul. That's the Hebrew name. That's the new name that we recognize him. But before he was Paul, he was called what?
Saul.
He was called Saul. So, brothers and sisters, we will be using our King James Version Bible today. I asked you if you have access to a Bible dictionary to get it out. If you have access to the concordance, the biblical concordance, a strong concordance to get it out. We're going to be mostly in the New Testament, but the word of the Most High is the whole Bible, not just half of the Bible. It's the whole Bible. So when you go out, like you might stay at a motel, you might get a Bible and it might just have the New Testament. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Give the whole Bible. There's no such thing as half of the Bible. Okay? You shouldn't be reading the New Testament until you understand the Old Testament anyway. Okay? So look, we will be using our King James Version Bible. Before we do that, let's go ahead and go into prayer on this Sabbath. And of course, we face the east towards Jerusalem, and all hearts and minds clear. Con. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Ahaya, Esha, Ahaya. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us of our debt. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom. The power. And the glory. Forever. And ever. Amen. All praise. All praise. So, Prophet Yashika, I have something before we even go into our King James Version Bible. I want you to read the definition of Antioch. Antioch is important because you know what, brothers and sisters? That is where Paul started. That's where he started at. Okay? So she's going to be reading from, what's that you got there?
Well, and you said Bible dictionary, but we always use the Zondervan Bible dictionary.
The Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
Zondervan, V-A-N. If they want to look for it, it's Z-O-N-D-E-R-V-A-N. Zondervan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Antioch in Syria.
Antioch in where, Prophet?
In Syria.
The geographical location of Antioch is in modern-day Syria. Come on.
The capital of Syria, built in 301 BC by Seleucus Nicator, founder of the Seleucid Empire, which had been the Asiatic part of the vast empire of Alexander the Great.
It was the Asiatic part of Alexander the Great, right? The empire.
Or Alexander the Greek, which we refer to him.
Okay.
The greatest of the 16 Antiochs he founded in honor of his father Antiochus. It was a great commercial center. The city was set in a broad and fertile valley, shielded by majestic snow-covered mountains, and was called Antioch the Beautiful and the Golden. In 65, the Romans took the city. In 65, the Romans took the city and made it the capital of the Roman province of Syria. Seleucid kings and early Roman emperors extended and adorned the city until it became the third largest in the Roman Empire, after Rome and Alexandria, with a population in the 1st century AD of about 500,000.
Now this is after Christ, AD.
A cosmopolitan city from its foundation. Its inhabitants included many Jews who were given privileges similar to those of the Greeks. Its citizens were a vigorous and aggressive race, famous for their commercial aptitude, licentiousness, and bidding wit. One of the original deacons of the Apostolic Church was Nicholas, a proselyte of Antioch, according to Acts chapter 6 and verse 5. Also, if I may